Warning, the following broadcast contains strong opinions, playful antics, and controversial topics causing off-the-rails fun. Chances for being offended are higher than average for sensitive people. Viewer discretion is not advised. Live a little and have some fun.
Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Coach's Box. I am Chris Miller, and I'm loud tonight, and I really don't care.
No,
because
I've got a microphone.
I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back and to see you get. Well, I'm just glad to be back.
Chris, like, I can bring you in and mute all of you.
I know. It's like I have the power. I feel like He-Man right now. I have the freaking power. Anyway.
He went with He-Man on that one.
Well, of course I did. Anyway, you're watching the Coach's Box. This is like episode 154 or something. We don't really keep count. If we did, well, it's pretty much because I remember to count sometimes.
You do?
I do sometimes. Okay. But we got 5 of us here. We should have 6, but, some at least one of us always has something to do AD-wise. Trying to think.
You and AD?
I'm not AD.
You and AD?
No.
You and AD? No, not anymore. I'm not.
No, Jim's got some AD stuff he has to do. I don't know how AD... What do they do during the summer?
You know what? Are important people,
It must be the $20.
He just want to give Jason the money.
He's going to be dodging you to like episode 250 for that one.
Next time we have a big, celebration episode, Jason's going to be walking going, right here, buddy.
Blair's going to have to schedule Rosada. Just so Jarvis can get his money.
They are in the Town and Country Bank Classic, so he'll be there in December.
Oh, there we go.
He'll be there in December.
Never mind. We'll talk about that another time. Anyway, it's good to see you guys all after a couple weeks off. Hopefully, everybody got a chance to watch some of the best of Part 3.
That was fun.
We always had to put the best of in quotation marks because really it's not probably us at our best, but there are some funny moments, and we did like to share those with you guys, and it gives us an opportunity to take some time off.
It was funny to watch. If you haven't watched it, you need to go back and watch it. It was pretty hilarious.
It was pretty good.
I recommend watching all 3 of them
simultaneously.
And that gives you kind of the opportunity to catch up.
Yes.
with everything. It's like, okay, I've seen everything now. We're good.
If you haven't watched anything at all, just watch those 3. You're good.
You're caught up. That's all you got to do.
Yep.
That is it.
And you're definitely going to be entertained. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, if you're watching the show and you're not entertained, number 1, you don't like sports. Number 2, you're just stick in the mud, or it's going to stick in your butt.
So what you're saying is,
something.
if you've got a layover somewhere, you're traveling, it's summertime, just go ahead and tune on the best of, and that's going to be at least a good 3-hour.
Yeah, all 3 of them. I mean, it pretty much makes
see one of our people that are always watching. I wanted to wish Donna Blair a happy birthday.
Hey, happy birthday.
I wanted to beat Blair to it.
You did. I was going to do it, but I wasn't going to do it yet.
What the hell kind of a son is he? Doesn't even wish his mom.
I know. We've been on the air for 5 minutes.
Honestly, it's probably best that you guys do, because you give me so much trouble that she just wants to cut all of your necks off all the time. So
dang, it's probably cut our necks off?
It's probably good.
Well, it is Illinois.
Probably a good thing that you guys
she would get away with it.
She would get away with it.
That's just a misdemeanor over there.
It's like, listen, we can't hold you for this, even though we caught you with the murder weapon. The DNA is all over
holding the head.
Yeah,
it would.
That's funny.
Hey, there's some stuff going on in Illinois though that in sports that's not too good.
We'll get to that later.
We'll hold that maybe to another segment, but
yeah,
it's not all rainbows and butterflies over in Illinois.
Not?
No, it's not. It's never.
The home of Blair.
Yes. Yes.
Get excited about it.
The state that Blair built.
It's on the state flag. Home of Blair.
Home of Blair.
Home of Blair.
So this episode is the Deal or No Deal episode, and that's pretty much because we just got back from break, but the Major League Baseball also got back from the All-Star break.
All-Star break.
We did take an All-Star break.
Yeah, the best. We should call those the All-Star episode. Yes.
I will have to say I watched it, and it was good.
Yeah.
I watched it the other night all the
You
way
actually
through.
watched it.
Yes, sir.
Was there
You
at least
watched it?
one part that like maybe you don't remember? I think it was down in your basement.
I remember.
Okay.
Was it the PC one?
Yes. I saw.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
I saw the Pepsi cup in front of me.
I saw those guys down at Disney while I was down there last week too. Yeah. They were at the Muppet Show up in the little loft.
Hey, Walker goes yard, baby.
There we go.
Hey.
It's a winning streak. So, Zach, let's go ahead and get into this a little bit.
Well, you said hey, it's a Deal or No Deal episode.
What does that mean exactly?
Well, that was an old game show.
Is it? It's not on anymore?
I don't know.
it is not on
I don't
anymore.
think it's on yet.
So
was
good.
It,
We
well,
can-
it was
we can use all the
Halley, wasn't it?
graphics.
It was Howie.
Howie Mandel. He's
He's-
making more money with America's Got Talent.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
So we'll go
Talk
rapid
about an
fire
odd
here.
duck.
I've got
What-
a list of Cardinals. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, can you set it up for the audience?
That's what I was
No,
trying to
like
do.
the whole purpose behind this. We just
Well,
got
the
back.
Deal or No Deal. We've got the trade
I hate it when
deadline.
mommy and daddy fight.
Trade deadline's coming up.
You can't see it right now, but I'm giving you the bird in my mind. Can't do it on the show because it's a family show.
Right.
Except when Jason starts talking. So, what? He's not paying attention. So, anyway, I'm going to do it because, Zach dropped the ball over here.
He didn't even give me a chance.
Someone's off his meds right now.
Is this what he was like in the classroom? Here's your test. You got one wrong. I'm taking it back.
All right, Zach, go ahead.
Duh.
What?
Go ahead. I don't know what you want me to say, so you go ahead.
Well, maybe you should prepare better.
Oh, well, he was the last one here.
Yeah.
The guy that, yeah.
I'm not saying anything to any of you guys right now. So, anyway, since the Major League Baseball trade deadline is coming up, and everybody wants to know if the Cardinals are buyers or sellers, and it has been a very widely debated topic in the world of on a national level, if the Cardinals are going to be dealing players.
The only time we get to talk about nationally is when we're
because
terrible.
we suck. And now it's, well, are they going to deal these guys? Are they not going to deal these guys? Are we going to be buyers or sellers, basically? And the question was asked today, if the Cardinals keep winning, which we just swept Miami, great.
5 in a row. And we're up on Chicago.
We're up on Chicago right now. Are the Cardinals going to turn into... That's true. Are the Cardinals going to be buyers or sellers at the deadline? So before we get into any more of that and talk about that, we obviously want to talk about the trade deadline. It's kind of in an anniversary style of a few of our episodes last year when we talked about the Juan Soto possibilities and all that. So we came up with this little deal or no deal kind of
No
thing.
doubt. We held on to that fourth outfielder.
I know,
because
right?
We didn't want Juan Soto. I mean, Carlson was
dead
too
hands.
valuable, and now they won't even
dead
play him.
hands.
And then we got a catcher that we don't play, who's on my fantasy team. He has a great game the first game out, and then sits 2 in a row. I'm like, what in the... Somebody
There's
fire
4
Marmol.
catchers, I think. 4.
3. There's
That's
3.
There's
No,
3.
no, they-
Think about
What
that.
other team carries 3 catchers?
Listen, Contreras really isn't a catcher anymore in Marmol's eyes.
Dude, he caught the other night, and he framed a bunch of pit. He's our best catcher.
So
No,
they're keeping
hands
2
down.
catchers, 2.5 catchers.
That's so dumb. But anyway,
I
so
get rid
go
of
ahead,
Kinsey.
Zach.
I think somebody's got their phone on. I can hear the,
not
the
me.
echo.
Might be me.
Mine's turned down.
Mine's off.
I checked it.
Shooty.
Mine's off.
Gosh dang it, I did a shooty.
I knew it. All right, Zach. I apologize. Now I set everything up. I didn't give you the objectives on the board.
There it was.
I need the outcomes.
you didn't have
the
your-
outcomes.
No. We still
question.
have like 2.5 weeks. I don't want to hear any of that yet.
You didn't have your
it's not
essential
all.
2.5.
question.
Is it just 2?
Yeah, it's 2.5.
That stinks.
Yeah. No kidding.
Anyway, so
Go ahead,
I've got
Zach.
a list of players. We'll go through deal or no deal, rapid fire. You guys tell me, trade them, keep them, and then explain your answer. Okay.
Wow, you got to explain the answer too.
Yeah, the why.
it's like math
That's
and
called
showing
DOK,
your work.
DOK level 3 and 4.
I don't show my. I don't show my.
Wow, you got the wheel?
I don't
The
have to
DOK wheel
explain
out?
myself on Deal or No Deal. I just say Deal or No Deal.
This sounds like Zach's class. Like I don't have to explain myself.
I don't care what happened in ancient history. I'm not explaining myself.
Yeah.
All right,
We
so-
won.
All right, here we go. Let's do it. Deal or no deal?
All right, so we'll start with Chris here. Flaherty, deal or no deal?
Deal. Just gonna go one. Go, Just go. Go. Everybody go.
Deal.
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 Ship him. Get him out of here.
So why do you guys think deal?
He's not coming. Well,
First of all, he's not
re-signing.
Yeah,
next
we're not
year.
going to re-sign him.
No.
So we
Get
get something
something for
from
him.
him.
He's
And
a
then,
California boy.
Get soda money and a bucket of baseballs for all I care.
Oh, man.
it'd be
I'd
better
like
when
to
we
You'll get
have.
more than that.
Yeah.
He's won. What is
He has pitched well.
Is he the best trade piece right now?
The Cardinals
No.
have?
Okay.
No,
then you
I
keep
think-
it. Then you.
I think
you keep it.
I think we're going to think the same person.
Probably
Yeah.
the same
Okay.
one. Or
All right, ready?
So we all said deal.
Deal.
So Flaherty is gone. By the way, what do you think we're going to get for somebody like Flaherty if we
Well,
deal
he's,
him?
he's pitching well right now, and if he has one more start and he does well, I'm like third inning. Okay, you're out. You're out. Don't even give them a shot at.
You're going to try to win the game, don't you?
It's going to be like from Moneyball. He's like, listen, he's coming over. I don't want him pitching against me tonight.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So he's.
Yeah.
That'd be
He
awesome.
he may be gone before the deadline if he's pitching well because somebody's trying to get in on it early, which means they'll pay more than right at the deadline.
Correct.
Well, and he would look good on a couple of those contending teams.
Where he doesn't have to be a 1. He can be a 3 or
Yeah.
something like that and be pretty good.
Zach, you should mark down what we all voted on those
Okay.
next to each other. So everybody
Well, that
said
one was
deal.
easy.
That was the easiest one, I think.
Well, we'll
There's gonna be a
go
couple easy
pitching.
ones.
Pitching. Gallegos. 1, 2, 3.
What's the
Gallegos.
contract on him, though?
I don't know.
I'd keep him. I'm just keeping him. You
I
can't
don't-
get
no
rid of
deal.
can't get rid of all the arms.
You're not
no
going to
deal.
deal. I don't think deal.
No deal.
I'm saying no deal on him.
Bye.
I'm going to say deal.
Bye.
3-2 though.
Is you really going to get something out of him that's
I mean, if you deal him and he's got let's just say he's got a year of control, that could get you a couple. That could get you a higher rated prospect.
Yes.
And if listen right now,
You're getting a high
I'm
A
dealing
prospect out
for
of him.
prospects.
Give me a.
I want prospects.
I'd say give me a 18, 19, 20-year-old that can throw mid to upper 90s. That's
well.
it. Bye.
Here's the thing: is this division is still not out of our reach.
Oh,
Here
we're
we go.
10 and a
That's-
half games back.
That sounds like the Mosaic answer.
Only
to think,
6.5 out
Well,
of
no, you know,
the
we're-
wild card.
No.
we're right there. in the
No, we're
thick
about
of
6.5
things.
out of the wild card. Well,
the
we're
second
still,
spot, you
no,
mean?
well,
Second
yes.
spot.
Okay, wait.
Our best deal is still to win the division, and it's still within reach.
But the question is, we're not going to catch the Braves. The Braves have a 25% odds. Their odds right now, after the All-Star break,
We
are
could still win.
25% to
win the
win the
division.
World
We can still
Series.
win the division.
Who cares?
You get in the playoffs.
Oh, in the playoffs, and you lose in the wild card.
I'd rather.
Oh, jeez.
For where we
No.
are right now, I'd take that.
No, from right now, I want to finish in the basement, reload on some stuff, and be able to contend with the
Get
Braves.
a top 5 pick.
I want to contend with the Braves.
Get a top 5
They're
pick
gonna-
top 5 pick in baseball that has like a 40% hit rate, maybe.
I want to contend with the Braves. I don't want to just make the playoffs.
40
I want to
National League
win.
says we're 9.
Want to win. I want to win the World Series. I don't get to. It's not about making the playoffs. That's great. The Blues did that for 25 straight years. They didn't win the Cup. Okay, and everybody's like, "Man, it really sucks to be a Blues fan. We never win." It's been like that since 2011. It's been a long time.
We are so spoiled.
It doesn't.
As baseball
It's not.
fans.
But it's not that about being spoiled. It's about the fact that I want to win the World Series. What you play to win the games. That's what I want to do. You're not going to catch the Braves. The Braves have about 5 or 6 guys that are locked up long-term
I was going to
deals.
say, did you see that?
Well,
Yeah.
Here's my thing. That's never going to happen as long as we have this ownership in here. They ain't going to spend the money.
But the Braves didn't spend a buttload. They
Well, no, they were
drafted
bad.
very good.
They were
They
bad.
drafted very good players.
But you get
and they
in.
and they
Never know what
signed
can
them
happen.
early to 8-year deals.
Never
that
know what
locked
can
them up.
happen. All you got to do is get in.
Stop.
2011.
You never know
Let's get in.
who are we going to get for all these
I don't know.
deals.
That sounds like,
Okay, I'll
sounds
say
like
this.
Jarvis's motto. Just get in. You never know what's going to happen.
Well,
Clip it.
2024. 2024.
show over. Show over. I mean, that's
It's
it.
been a nice show, guys.
Scene.
Great job.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, Chris, here's what I'm going to say. If you just want to win the World Series, you're getting nothing in return for a guy that is going to help you win a World Series.
He's not helping us win a World Series.
No, he's not.
Okay, next.
I would get
Next.
a 3 or
Hicks.
4 starter. Deal.
Deal.
He's a free agent.
No
Jarvis,
deal.
you awake?
No deal. No deal.
Like, what are you doing?
I was
thinking.
just waiting for for that to all blow over me and what Zach said. And
He's like, there's a real possibility over here.
He's still mesmerizing us.
but I'm gonna deal Hicks because I still think you have a chance to sign him after he leaves.
Do you want to?
He throws 100 and something miles an hour. Yeah,
And somehow people hit him.
I think he's our most tradable piece.
He has been pretty. I was going to say that too. Right now, with the way he's been pitching, in the closer role, he could go close for someone right now and really help.
But the
them.
question is can he throw to first?
He's been pretty.
No.
He's been pretty good outside of that throw to first.
That
the
was-
last couple of weeks,
it was really bad.
I will.
Hey, couple
Now, it's what
weeks
I-
versus 4 months.
Here's what someone's going to say. Will he be better throwing 100 in our environment with our staff and our game planning versus what the Cardinals have done? Mm-hmm. And I think that that's the case. Everybody in baseball is enamored with somebody who throws 100 easy. He throws easy 100.
And dude, if you've been watching him lately, the movement on his pitches is just
Unreal.
Oh, it's like a frisbee. That slider's
that
like a
thing is
frisbee.
just like. I mean,
He's gone.
You got to deal him,
He's got to go.
but I really think
you
if they
fleece
push
somebody
it, they can
for
sign
him?
him.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what you're-
absolutely.
oh, yeah. Yeah.
But here's
You're going
my,
to get a much better prospect than you would for
Okay.
Gallegos. For
I
him.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed, but here's my thing: is we're dealing all the pitching we have now.
For better.
But how are we going to finish out this season with the guys that we
We're
have?
trying
We're
to
saying
finish
it's
Well, wait a
deal
minute. We
last.
just signed that guy. Oh, wait. We already DFA'd him. What's his name? Tempura or
Bye.
Tropicana or whatever the hell it was.
His name is Tempora because he's temporarily
temporary.
here.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay,
Nice.
next.
Yeah, I came up with that on my own.
Attaboy,
Okay.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Hudson.
Please deal.
Deal.
Can you?
Please deal.
That typical bucket of baseballs and soda money deal.
We're not going to deal him. I'm going to say no. They're not going to deal him. They're
gonna
going to try to
keep
get
him.
one more year.
This
They're gonna
isn't,
keep him for depth.
this isn't a what they're going to do. This is what we would do. And to get him out of here.
Oh, I thought we were doing what they were going to do.
I'd drive the car to wherever he wanted to go.
This ain't
No. It's kind of like Joe Dirt. You just go to the Grand Canyon, let him out, and then just leave.
Zach, even though he wouldn't really let you tell us. So isn't that what we're doing?
Oh,
what
gosh,
we
here
would
we
do,
go.
right?
I don't know.
We're doing what
What?
we're saying. What we would.
Okay.
Yeah, what we would do. Bye. I tell him. Bye.
Bye,
Get the road.
Hudson.
Well, wait. Now, if I'm
We
doing
are
that,
gonna-
I'm going to trade everybody. I'm getting rid of everybody. I'm going to tear it down.
Bring up the double
Why
A
not?
team.
Okay.
If they
Michaelis.
got that
Because
much prospects and they're going to be
Because
good,
I
No
know
deal.
I'm keeping
I would
Michaelis.
still
No deal.
No
Michaelis.
deal. I'm not dealing them.
No deal.
go ahead, Kevin. I'm sorry. Everybody else is being rude.
I'm not a huge fan of just tanking for tanking's sake.
Why not?
Why? Because I think tanking sucks.
Well, yeah, losing does suck.
And
but
by
you got
and
you
by
got
what our
silver
management-
lining.
Hey,
But I'm not gonna-
And
I'm
what
not
our
trading
management and owners
everybody.
said a year ago, we're not. This organization is not doing that.
No,
These fans deserve better.
I'm not
Yes.
Anywhere
they
near
did say
tanking.
that.
Mid-level draft picks and mediocre, maybe playoffs, maybe not, maybe win the first round. Definitely not winning a World Series. That's what our fans are. that's what we
Okay,
deserve.
Michaelis.
Hey,
Michaelis.
Hey, only because
Keep.
we're in the worst
I'm
division
keeping.
in all of baseball.
Great.
If we were in any other division, we're bad.
That's
We're bad.
Yes,
we're really bad.
but we can still. We're bad, and we can still win the Central.
That's the scary thing about it.
Michaelis,
Okay.
I'm not dealing
Not
Michaelis.
dealing
No?
him.
All right.
No.
Montgomery,
Yes.
Deal.
No deal.
I'm dealing him. I think you can get something for him.
Depends on what I get for him.
Wait a minute. He's ninth in the NL in ERA. He's reliable.
I want to fleece somebody.
I'm
for
going to
him.
flee. If I'm going to get rid of Hicks, I'm going to get rid of Montgomery and get something back.
I will.
And then try to sign it. If I think I can get him, I'm going to sign him in the offseason. Yeah.
I
You're
think
going
you
to pay
get
money.
I think you get better prospects for Hicks than you would for Montgomery.
I think you get for both.
Okay,
So-
last pitcher, Helsley.
Arnado double day 5-0.
Oh, you guys are all paused there. Helsley. I think
is
I
he
could
still
get-
on the team?
He's Well, he's supposed to be back.
He's hurt. I don't think
2
you're going to
weeks.
get anything for him, so I'm keeping.
He can throw 100. I'm dealing him.
I'm gonna say I think you can get something for him.
Listen, I'm gonna stress this again.
How
Our
many years
bullpen
do
has
we have
sucked.
him under contract?
Probably at least one.
If he's
At least one
Let's just go with
more.
at least one.
Then I'm keeping him.
if he's nowhere near healthy, you're not going to get that much for him. For
But he
a
can throw
rental.
100. He can throw 100.
Not from his living room couch. He can.
Sure, he can.
I wish I
From the
knew all the
couch.
contracts.
Is he
Throwing
on these
soda
guys,
cans
'cause
into the
that-
trash can.
It doesn't
No,
matter.
Blair, what do you think?
Blair's quiet.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's-
think you deal him. I don't think you deal him.
Why?
He's good.
Just because we don't agree with you, Chris, doesn't
I'm just
mean you
asking.
can-
I'm asking questions. I want to know what's going on
I
in your
don't think
head.
he is the reason why this team is not having success.
No, but it doesn't matter about the reason if they're not having success. It's the fact that we haven't played well. We're not in a great position standing wise,
Okay.
and I want to win a World
What's it-
Series
what's it
sometime.
say?
Does
Contract,
every
Jarvis.
one of our
Can I
40
revote?
players have to do with that? No. No.
But I can trade one of those
Well,
and get more players that are going to
He's
help me
gonna
win.
be. He's still. He's still controllable
He's got
until 2025.
he's got 2 years of control.
Now, if 2 years of control, he throws 100, and he's been off injured a little bit. If I can get somebody to give me like one high prospect, one semi high prospect, I'm gonna do that.
Dude,
I'm gonna
we're
do two.
paying him a whopping $2 million.
Doesn't matter, I'm
And,
gonna take
and
it.
he's hurt. We may get him for arbitration.
This is the
probably
second time he's been hurt too, though.
Yes.
Bye.
I'm going to
No,
send.
Mike-
I
Keep
give
him.
you 2. It's not 3 strikes and you're out. You get hurt twice. or
Zach's
injured
playing
twice.
wiffle ball.
Bye.
2 strikes and
yeah.
you're out.
The Alex Reyes rule.
Yeah.
Well,
you go.
How'd that work out?
Yeah.
You go.
Yes,
Okay,
the Padres.
so those are the
Dodgers.
pitchers.
Dodgers.
All right,
yeah.
position players. Now I'm just going through the list here. Kisner, can you get
What?
anything?
If I can get anything for him, but
Anybody want a backup catcher?
Doesn't Memphis need any help?
I would deal him if I could.
I would because I think
they gotta pay him next year.
I think Herrera's ready.
I don't know that he'd be a throw-in piece with one of the other
I think
ones.
he's a throw-in piece.
He's not the who's the catcher that's
Carson
at Arizona?
Kelly.
Yeah, he's not that
He's
level
not
of a
prospect.
No.
Yeah.
right?
No,
But
he was like a I don't know. He was a decent prospect in baseball, but he just hadn't panned. He's a good defensive catcher
And he has
He's
had
a-
a decent offensive year, but
for a catcher.
for him,
For a
For
catcher.
him, he's
for a
hitting.
catcher.
He's hitting a solid 220 something.
Okay, well, there's a lot of guys hitting. Carlson's
Why-
hitting 220, isn't he?
why are catchers so bad
Because
at
they don't
hitting?
hit. They don't
Why?
hit.
Why? You see,
Catch.
it's literally your job is
Your job is to
watch.
catch.
But you,
the way that they put game planning on those guys, they do other things. They're in meetings all day.
Well,
about
why
other
is Contreras
teams
so bad that he makes everybody else bad? Everybody wants to know, including him.
Man.
Just throwing it out there.
okay, DeYoung.
Gone.
him.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah, he's got 2 options.
He ain't got to go
He
home,
has
but he's
2
got to get on up out of
team
here.
options. He's got to go.
Yes.
He's got
agreed.
to go.
He's
Hey,
Mo's
you
boy,
know what?
though.
You
He's
guys
playing
are
well enough. You could probably get something
I
for
would
him.
trade him tomorrow.
You guys are
for
no
a kayak.
Look at the guys we
Mason
could have
Wynn.
signed.
Mason
he
Wynn.
is playing better than all them guys that we wanted. Swanson,
He's an
and all
elite
them
defensively.
He's
an
not.
elite defensive
Jarvis isn't
shortstop.
wrong. I can't believe I just said that. Jarvis isn't wrong.
people. He is.
Is the
he-
sky falling?
And for what we're paying him, I mean, he's one that I wouldn't. I can't believe I'm
listen.
going to say this, but I wouldn't care if they kept him.
But is
Jason, I think
But-
we need to
but-
fight.
but
Is
they
that
have
because
Wynn.
Edmonds hurt?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
if they're going to pull up Win, then I deal him.
You have
You can get something for DeYoung right now.
Yes.
because
Then I
of the year
deal
he's
him.
having, and then bring up Wynn and let Wynn play.
You have Wynn. You had Edmonds. You have Edmonds playing in the effing
Well, Edmonds is
outfield.
hurt.
It doesn't
Right,
matter.
which is,
Hey, we
which
haven't
is
got
the
to
only
the
reason why
outfield.
he's playing. DeYoung is playing, right?
I
and
don't
Gorman
know about that.
Yes.
Okay.
playing as much as what he's
So
playing.
what did everybody say on this? Everybody say deal.
Deal.
Did you say deal?
I say deal.
Okay, everybody said deal.
Donovan,
Keep.
keep. I say no deal. I keep him.
I think you can get
Utility
something from him.
dude.
Boy, I think you
Utility
can get
dude.
something from him.
I know.
I know, but I
he
think-
is our most
I'm going to
valuable
keep
one.
him. I'm going to keep him.
And he's
Unless-
cheap.
unless
he's
somebody-
cheap as hell.
Unless somebody came and offered me something really, really good, I'm going to keep him. And I mean, like,
It's
if the
gotta be
Dodgers
good.
came to me and
Okay.
said, you can have 2 of
Red
our
Sox
top
have been
prospects.
Red Sox have been a team that have
Okay,
been
here's
in
I
it.
won't.
Here's-
Red Sox.
Here's
are
what I'll
awesome
say.
trade
I'm
there.
not to steal something from you. We'll throw it. If you were to deal Donovan or Edmund, which one?
Donovan.
I would deal Edmund.
You're
I
gonna,
mean, I would
Edmund.
deal Edmund, but I can get more out of Donovan.
You're gonna get
for
more out of Donovan.
I deal Donovan.
Yeah.
No way.
okay.
because
I deal Edmund.
Edmund's a switch hitter, so there's just some value
better-
with switch
We'll
hitters.
get into that
defensively.
later.
And he's
I
better
have a-
defensively.
No,
Yes.
I keep
I have a
Donovan.
severe
Next.
aversion to switch hitters at this
Gorman.
Oh, that's true.
Keep.
Keep.
Deal.
No deal.
What do you think?
I think keep him.
Keep.
I say deal.
Why?
No, he's one of the faces of your franchise.
He's a guy who can actually hit the ball. Once he figures out how to hit in the majors, if they bat him against
left-handed power,
if they would just let him go ahead and hit against lefties,
which they have lately,
that's what they need to do. Then just keep doing that. Just let him play every day.
Keep.
No, keep.
I don't think he's as good as y'all think he is.
Okay, I want to see the Randy Rosarina come back and bite us.
I'm pretty sure I know everybody's answer here. Carlson.
Bye.
Deal. If you're not going to play him, deal him.
Over your cold dead hands or something, whatever. Jason, what do you? You're not saying anything.
Contreras can be your fourth outfielder. Deal him.
Yepes. We can bring Yepes up and let him be the fourth outfielder.
Well,
I think his name's on backwards.
If I'm gonna play Carlson, I would keep him. But they're not going to play. This management is not going to play him. So you got
one of the outfielders.
But we wouldn't trade him last year.
One of the outfielders has to go.
Well, I'm going to tell you who the outfielder.
It should be O'Neill.
Okay, well, we're not there yet.
Not there yet.
Newt Bar.
Keep. You have too much player control. Why do you want to deal him? You want to deal everybody.
No. Pepper grinder. Keep him.
I like
He's a
Newt.
fan favorite.
I like Newt, but you got Walker.
Who needs to be playing third? Wait for Blair to do
because
of the disappointing.
No, he's going to play. He's going to play first after we trade Goldie.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
That ain't happening.
O'Neill.
Trade.
Bye.
Deal. Bye.
Goodbye.
DFA.
Yeah, that might be good
that
too.
I think I know the answer here. Edmund.
Trade.
I'm letting him go.
Oh, man.
Are we talking about Tommy Edmund?
I'd rather keep
I let him
Donovan.
go. I want
Oh,
Donovan.
man.
I'd
I want
rather keep
Donovan.
and deal
Wow.
Edmund.
I'm keeping him.
I'm dealing him.
Oh, man.
Give more for him. He's a switch hitter.
Maybe because
What you just said.
oh, man.
I think you get more out of Donovan
If I'm
than
going
you do
to keep
Edmund.
Donovan, I have to get rid of Edmund.
So one of,
one or the other, and I like
listen,
Donovan.
Edmund is better defensively.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. He is
Across
better
the board.
defensively. He's
You can-
faster. You can steal bases.
Donovan won a Gold
play,
Glove.
He can play, what, 5 positions?
Yeah, but
So
so
can
can Donovan. Donovan can play short.
And
he can
it-
play second. And he can play
At an
better.
elite level?
Third,
Who's better?
first.
At
corner
an elite
outfield.
level?
He doesn't have the arm or the speed.
No, I agree.
He did
He's
make
got
a
the
nice
cabbage,
throw.
though. He's got the flow.
Okay.
I'm a Donovan fan, man.
Yes, I'm with God, what the hell's going on here? I'm with
Sit
Jarvis.
by him
All
and you
right.
get infected.
So now here's
That's what happens.
here's the three names here. that
if
I
you
think-
say
I'm going through the list, so you know what's coming up. Goldie.
no deal. What are you about? Zach's wanting to deal him.
Well, yeah, he's old, and I can move Walker
He's
to
got
first.
a 5-year plan.
I can move Walker to first.
die.
Less than 5.
I can move Walker to first.
If you deal Goldie, Arenado's going to ask for a trade.
Great. And then you know what? Which reminds me,
You want to tear it all
And
down.
then you're going to have to
you
eat
tank.
all
Now
of
you're
Arenado's
tanking.
contract.
Now, yes,
No.
yeah.
Somebody will want him.
No, not for the. They'll want him, but they're not going to pay him.
They're gonna
Guess
say-
what? Then he's our third baseman.
And then, no, I
Oh,
don't
great!
think it's
Another
a good idea.
disgruntled third baseman on a
and?
bad
That's
team.
what we do.
And-
What we need.
That's what we need.
That's stupid.
Hey, when
What
it's
do we
your
want?
time
Like-
to play, you're going to play.
Like we want to be the Cubs of the early years with Bryant at third and
so what
angry?
all did you say?
Everybody
Keep him?
said no
Keep
deal
him.
except you.
All right. Arenado.
Keep him.
Keep, no deal.
Keep.
Gosh damn, best third baseman in the league.
Okay,
yes.
remember this because I have a debatable topic later on if we ever get to it. I found some stats, doing some stats, and I want to get your
Is it
opinions
about
on stuff.
how big of a disappointment Arenado is? I don't have the stats in front of me, and it wouldn't matter if I did because they would be argued.
I would still
Maybe it was
say Blair's an
foreshadowing.
idiot.
All right,
Foreshadowing.
and lastly, Walker.
No deal.
No
way.
They're
deal.
on the roster.
Wait,
I'm just going through the list.
Is it deal, no deal, or no chance in hell?
Did you
So
put any
those
of
are
the
your
front?
three?
Did you put any of the front office members on there?
Because I'd love to
Flores,
do all of
Randy
them.
Flores.
I would keep. Wait, I'm gonna say this.
He might be one I keep.
I keep Randy Flores, and I get rid of Marmol, Gersh, and Mozeliak. And you heard me say that. I would keep him
If those other three went,
if those other guys are gone.
You know what I'll tell you?
You
I
have
might
to
keep our
stay.
entire roster if those 3 would go.
No.
No,
our
roster.
The starting pitching's still an
isn't
issue.
The offense isn't the problem.
No,
it's
our
the pitching.
pitching.
It doesn't matter.
And you
We've-
can't get any pitching unless you get rid of some of
Okay,
these guys.
so now that we're done with this, I think that you can take. I think you listen. You're not going to get an ace pitcher at all on any of the deals at the deadline. There's no ace pitchers that are on the block to get. You have to sign.
the White Sox, if you can get
no,
He's not. He's not. He's not an ace pitcher. He might have potential, but he's not yet.
Galati or whatever. Or
Giolito.
Giolito.
Giolito. Yeah,
I was thinking Dylan
Gelato.
Cease.
Dylan Cease is the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Cease is untouchable. They're not dealing with him.
Yeah, I wanna get
apparently
Lance Lynn.
he's not untouchable.
They're not dealing with him.
Waka?
No.
But when they bring up,
I'll take
Lance
Lance
Lynn.
But what you
I'll
can
take
get,
Lance Lynn.
what you
Or
can
Waka.
get
We need some more Linnings. That's what we need
is,
around
yes.
here.
is for somebody like even Gallegos and maybe throw in a Kisner or something else. You can go and you can supplement your rotation for next year now at the deadline as far as your guys who are like 3, 4, 5, maybe a 2 if you're lucky, and then go get prospects and then use those prospects. Either they're really good and they're going to be guys that are going to fill in spots for Arenado, Goldie, and maybe somebody else who's going to leave or retire or whatever. Or I'd use them as trade pieces at another point in time. But I think you can trade those guys. Listen, getting rid of DeYoung is not going to rock the franchise in such a negative way that you can't recover from it. Getting rid of Carlson, O'Neill. There's nobody on this team that you, outside of Goldie, Arenado, and Walker. That's it. They are the 3 guys, I think, if you move one of them.
Wayno?
Gorman, I think.
Oh, we didn't talk about
We had
You
to
Wayne.
didn't
talk
bring
about
him
him.
up.
He's
He's
Gorman.
on a stop.
And I think
I would
Gorman's
put Gorman
probably
on
in
that
a
list.
you can't. Otherwise, you talk about is it by retooling or is it tearing it all down? But you can trade almost every other one of those guys and be like, okay, if we traded, let's say we traded Edmonds and we traded DeYoung, and you have Donovan left or Donovan Edmonds, flip it. Whichever one.
If you brought Donovan at short.
If you brought up Wynn, are you missing out on the offense really?
No, not the biggest. The
Wynn
biggest
is apparently hitting the damn
He's hitting
cover off the ball down there.
So why not do that?
The biggest issue we
Why?
have is Mo is calling the shots on who we get and who we don't get. That's a problem.
That's why I said they got
That's
to go.
problem.
But it doesn't matter. I can still take this team that's not performing to the level that I need it to.
That's because of
and
management.
Trade
Perfect.
them away.
That team has produced. Those guys are producing material.
Yeah.
The problem is they don't have nobody to manage them.
It's not. Our,
So
but our pitching
you didn't put
staff
you
is
didn't,
so
you didn't put
garbage.
Steven Matz on
well,
the
because
list.
we didn't do anything in the offseason.
I know, but that has nothing to do with your gosh dang manager.
You have as many wins.
Well, sure it
I have
does.
as many wins as
the
Matt.
manager has
Matz is
no
about to pick
say.
up number 1.
Yeah, yes, he
First
does.
one's always
No,
the
he
toughest.
does not.
Talk about prototypical throw-in piece. He's
Yikes.
left-handed and can stand on a mound. Somebody will trade for him.
Well, he also has, I think, 3 more years or something on his deal.
Yeah.
2 or
Who you talking
3.
about?
Matz.
And
We didn't go over Matz.
And the Cardinals will have to eat some of that contract.
Yes, they will. Yes.
Matt's, we're stuck with him.
I mean, he's got the 5-0 lead now.
Yeah, he's
He's pitching well.
and everybody's been complaining about
Shutout through 3
know,
2/3.
our manager not wearing his uniform. He's wore his uniform since the All-Star break.
What?
He's wore a uniform in the dugout since the All-Star break, so I've been over.
That's what it was. Just like
Walker
just like
just made
Pedro
a hell of
Martinez's
a-
hair.
That
Right?
was
Jesus.
a terrible play by Walker.
Yes, it was.
Gosh.
But you're going to have that.
But yeah, he's worn the uniform since the
Who
actual
cares?
All-Star break.
Even baseball people, I didn't give a flying,
Whoa.
Hey.
flying,
And on that note,
flying
5-1.
blank.
We might have
if
won
he wears a uniform.
every game that he's wearing the
Well,
uniform.
just
right
like
now he's
Martinez
got
when he
to.
had the purple hair and everybody was griping. That's what it was. It was the purple hair
Yeah.
that couldn't get people out.
Hey, maybe.
He was distracted.
Maybe.
was throwing the ball
God,
down
he was
the
bad.
middle, and they were crushing it. All right, well, it's time for a commercial break. So, Blair, why don't you send us to break? And
All right. Well, you're watching the Coach's Box, and we'll be right back after these commercials.
That was weak.
I'm a tailgater tailgating to get to my tailgate. Now, it might not get me there any faster, but hey, it gets me ready for football. Let's tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Hey guys, it's Jeff from Case and Bucks, personally inviting you and your family to come check us out. We've taken over ownership back in September. We've made some great positive changes, got the same legacy wings, got some amazing pizzas, some awesome burgers, hamburgers provided by Kenrick's. We'd love to have you down. Come check us out. The beer's cold, the air conditioning's working, and we're looking forward to seeing you all. Take care.
For 24 years, really enjoyed being a basketball coach. When I retired from coaching, I decided that I wanted to get back into the media world. I look at it from more of a coach's point of view. I love to showcase guests. I love to tell their stories, not just locally and regionally, but nationally as well. Joe Namath, Kurt Warner, Patrick Ewing, Katie Smith. Not just talk about their accolades, but what they have given back to the game, what they've given back as leaders in their community. And I want people to be able to listen to my show and to be able to take that into their life. They're going to be able to live their life like a champion. That's a show right there that I feel like is worth listening to.
Hey, welcome back to Deal or No Deal, and I think some of these idiots didn't pick wisely.
Wow. Why is that?
Well, because there's some deals that need to be made.
Or not made.
or not made.
Well, it's not the deadline yet.
What? Elaborate, Jason.
I mean, we got to get some pitching. This pitching is terrible. Wainwright, we all felt sentimental. We get him 200. Well, that was a bust.
He might still get it.
Okay, big deal.
Wait.
Yay, Wainwright.
Wait till we're beating somebody like really, really, really bad.
He's more likely to get wins out of the bullpen than out of
And then whoever's pitching, you pull them. You pull them before they get through 5, and you let Wainwright pitch, and he's in line for the win.
Yes.
Yeah, just let him pitch that third out in the 4th and then the first out
All
in the 5th.
he has to do is register an out, and he would be in line for the win. He doesn't even have to start.
Deal.
And as long as they don't blow the game.
Deal.
There you go. Wainwright can get to 200. Would you feel like he cheated his way?
Yes.
Or wait.
Doesn't matter. Just says 200
are
wins
you taking
on his,
advantage of the rules?
His baseball card just says 200 wins.
That's like when Brett Favre fell.
To get Michael Strahan the sack record?
Yep.
Did you sure he fell on purpose?
I would. I don't want to wouldn't want to get sacked by Strahan.
Probably broke a hip at his age.
Really?
Especially for that
Stop being a wuss.
number.
Didn't you coach football?
Yeah.
Wait,
we did.
Weren't you
I forgot.
undefeated?
The good part was his Favre fell sideways on that one, not forward. Sideways.
I know. I was
Hey, he went back. He went down. He went down and back.
He
was
fell
like
he fell forward.
He was not
No,
coached
fell
by you.
sideways.
He fell
He did not
backwards
fall
or sideways.
Hey,
Sideways.
speaking of football, we'll make
Football.
this transition. Has anybody watched? And this is probably going to be a quick no. Has anybody watched the Netflix special Quarterback?
I've
started
watched
it.
I've watched the first episode. And I started on the second, and I'm going to tell you what. I like Cousins way more now than I did
It gets better.
before.
It gets better.
And that's
I've
what
been
everyone
through 2
keeps
episodes.
saying.
It gets better.
So, yeah.
But just episode and a half, and because I'll probably go binge watch it tonight, and because I ain't got to do crap tomorrow. So I am excited to watch it, and I didn't know what I've always thought Cousins was good, and now I've seen some of the backstory of it, and I'm like, man, yeah, he's a good dude. And Mahomes. It's funny watching Mahomes, man. His wife's a nutbag in the gosh dang up in the
in the booth.
Oh yeah, in the booth.
Players' wives aren't.
The wives, yeah.
Dude, she's a little. She even said on there, they asked, or I saw on TikTok today, they were asking her about the quarterback, and she goes, "Oh my God, I didn't. When did you know that you were like, a
bit much?
No. when did you know that like you guys had really hit it? So you knew Patrick was a superstar, but that like being Patrick's wife, that you were now a star too." And she's like, "Well, that time they put me on TikTok with me going crazy up in the booth, and all these people kept blasting me all over the place, and that's when she went, oh, wait a minute, they were looking at me too,
Mm-hmm.
And dude, they did show her, man. I'm like, man, if that was my wife, I would be pumped that my wife was that excited about it. I mean, she gets into it.
I just like his attitude in general. I mean, on as far as he is on the field, and I mean, he's.
Dude, he got in 98 from the Vegas.
Yeah, from the Raiders. Yeah, I can't remember that guy's name.
I couldn't either. And
Crosby.
After
Stills Nash. Yeah.
And then after the game, he goes up to him, "I still love you, bud. You know that." They were cool.
It's what's really neat is the fact that they're mic'd, and so you always see it when you're watching live, and you're hey, you kind of wonder what they're saying. But to me, especially with Cousins later on in the episode, but it's all of them, and it's just like, just getting just absolutely destroyed.
Because he got crushed in the second episode a couple times. And
dude, I haven't made it to that one yet.
But it's just the amount that.
Oh, he hit a home run.
Hey.
Walker hit another one.
Did he? Good.
Yeah, we're a little
phone froze.
delayed.
Walker hit another one.
No, it's DeYoung.
Oh, there we go. Hey, trade him right now.
Trade him.
Keep playing well, sir. Keep playing well.
But
keep doing what you're doing.
It's a good.
That's why they want O'Neal out there. I hate to get off of the football, but they're hoping he comes in and starts smoking a bunch of dingers.
Yeah.
And then
may happen.
They're smoking something if they're going to.
No, so you just go 2 weeks without getting hurt.
Please don't lift for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And
no, but anyway, I mean, like I said, if you haven't watched it, it's a good documentary.
Yes.
Now, if you haven't heard, but there's been some high school level documentaries over the years, like QB1, Jake Fromm, Spencer Rattler, who's going into his senior year now at South Carolina. There's some good ones. It's neat to see that side of it too, the high school side. They're going through the recruiting process. I mean, which kind of brought. I was thinking about this today because you talk about TikToks or Reels. It's been on the algorithm, the program. How about a movie? If you're going to
lost your bonnet.
If you're going to redo a movie, do something like that, right?
Are you hurt or are you injured?
Yeah. Snot bubbles. I want to see snot bubbles.
But my favorite part's when he has his helmet. You lost your bonnet. He's holding that, and he's just raging out there, man.
Yeah.
I used to watch that. We used to watch that at Central.
Uh-huh.
We'd sit and watch that before our game in our dorm room. Before we'd home games, especially, we'd be watching that. And that just
you didn't recreate the locker room with the shoulder pads and hawking loogies and all that.
No, you are representing tonight.
Yeah, I'm representing Central Methodist, my alma mater.
Got the shirt.
And this is actually a basketball shirt, but Jeff Sherman, his son, is now taking over. But Jeff Sherman, he was a great guy. I was on the football team, but dude, we would go have some fun at those basketball games. That's for sure. And our starting safety started for the basketball team too. So I mean, it was
nice.
Cool.
Yeah, multi-sport athletes.
Yeah,
who knew?
He was
even back in the 90s.
He was a tippler from New Madrid.
From the 80s, who knew?
He's a tippler from New Madrid, in which there's been several tipplers to go through New Madrid.
Yeah,
and he was a stud.
So, keeping with the football theme, this week it marks the unofficial start to college football season because you have SEC Media Days this week.
I'm glad you're bringing this up.
I watched it. Great.
6.5 is what they said with Mizzou. So you all thought I was crazy. I said 7. So they just got to be a 0.5 over the
Common Core Roundup.
6-1 on the year.
Well, they're
going to win 7, boys.
Hey, I mean, it's you don't
yes,
think?
no.
It's interesting. It was interesting.
MIC.
They're more.
They're going to win 7.
They're high
I
on
hope
the
they
defense.
do, but I don't. Yeah.
They're high on the defense. They got, I think, eight guys plus coming
I
back.
just got to find a reason to go to the games because my son's going to be up there. So
Well,
you
it's
buy
called go
tickets.
visiting your son.
Is he going to get us all coaches box tickets?
Well, actually, I can. I didn't think about that. I can get a coach's ticket every time to a game.
Just one?
To the football. I think you can get 2.
Well, you
That's
can't
like-
take the guy from Illinois.
I'm not taking the Illinois.
When you play Kentucky,
fan.
yes.
He would wear his Kentucky stuff down there.
Yeah, I'd want to punch him and so would everybody else that I would see there that I know.
Yes.
Well, then that would be a reason to take him.
Good idea.
Let's go sit right here in the middle of the student section.
So, with that being said, Georgia has an opportunity to do something that hasn't been done since the 1930s. Here's a trivia question for you. What college was the last college to three-peat back
Notre
in the
Dame.
1930s? Nope.
Oklahoma.
Nope.
Army.
Nope.
UCLA.
Nope.
Hang on.
I don't know.
And
It's something. It's got to be something like
Penn State.
Yale or Princeton.
No, and I don't even think it's the University of Minnesota, but it's in Minnesota.
What?
St.
Exactly.
Thomas? St. Thomas?
No, they just said Minnesota, but I don't think it's the same, like the one that it is today.
Minnesota Mankato, probably.
Yeah,
something like that.
But 1930s. So, Georgia, do you think Georgia can repeat? Or
Well, yeah, they can repeat.
Yeah, they can.
They're good.
Three in a
Freaking
row.
loaded.
Well, they were talking about their schedule in the SEC is
It's
pretty
so
easy.
easy.
Yeah.
So
Their
easy.
schedule's pretty easy in the SEC
Compared to what it has been, yeah, it was really
Yeah,
easy.
Easy way to get to the
well, and to be
championship game
and to be healthy.
Yes.
And to be healthy.
Yes.
Because the SEC, I mean, I'm sorry,
It's a gauntlet.
It's the best football conference.
Yeah. Hey, Jim Powers. Just so if you are watching and
It's the
listening,
best football conference.
the SEC is the best conference,
Top to bottom.
top to bottom.
not even close.
That's not even close.
Hey,
F-O-O-T-B-A-L-L,
you
not
got-
any football you watch.
Drop Vanderbilt. That's my question for the media. If I was going to SEC media days, I would ask that question. How long before the other schools vote Vandy out?
Well, if Vandy goes, I'm paid to say it, Mizzou's probably going with them.
I'm okay with that. They can't
Well,
compete.
they
in that.
talked a little
No,
bit about
they cannot
Texas and
compete in
Oklahoma coming in next year, so you're going to have I know I said it a long time ago, and you guys are giving me crap, but they started using the term super conferences, and all of them said when Texas and Oklahoma comes in, yeah, we're already a super conference, but we're just getting that much bigger. And they're talking about, I guess that's 16 teams. They said, well, would you broach the subject of having more than 16 teams? They said, no, we're super conference as it is right now. But you have all kinds of movement. I mean, USC, UCLA, they're going over, I think, to the Big Ten?
Big Ten. And that's not done.
How the hell does that even work?
There's still talk
Well, they
of
get on an
Washington-
airplane.
Yeah, there's still talk of Washington
Thanks,
and
Captain Obvious.
Washington and Oregon possibly eventually joining the Big Ten.
The only way the Big Ten becomes relevant is if they get some of those Pac
the
schools now.
the rest of the
Well,
pack.
what about
the rest
Tennessee
of the
football?
Isn't that Jim
Hey,
Howard?
What about
Tennessee.
Tennessee football?
Hey,
Well, they're relevant.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, they didn't get, slap on the wrist.
They're relevant. Yeah, they're in the news.
They went 11-2. That's why they got a slap on the wrist.
that's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, well, it's just
You do that when you win.
Yep.
I mean,
and don't self-report and
Listen, Kansas should have got the death penalty when they had all that stuff happen with their basketball program, and then the NCAA goes, you know what, we probably need to let that NIL stuff go like right now. So let's go ahead and pass that. Otherwise, we're going to have to do some stuff we don't want to do to one of the faces of our institution.
Well, I just-
Blue Bloods.
There it is.
I watched
Yeah,
the
100%.
well, speaking of the death penalty, I watched that 30 for 30 about SMU. Have you
yeah.
seen that
Pony
one before?
Express. So
Pony
good.
Express.
Pony
So
Excess,
good.
They
yeah.
will
Excess,
never.
sorry.
They will never issue the death penalty ever again.
No, you're right.
They
No.
should.
They should,
But they can't.
But they won't.
Can't now.
But too much money, everything
Can't now.
to invest in. Think about it.
They
if you do that,
yeah.
you do that to a college, that college is not the football program. The college is gone because
Well,
the football program,
Isn't that what the death penalty does? It makes you gone.
Well, no, but what I'm
not the entire university.
Not for, it was.
It's
it
the
may-
university gets the death penalty. They didn't say.
No, the program-
I know the
athletic
program
program
does,
got the death
but
penalty.
it's to the university.
for a lack of institutional.
There you
control.
go. So you are dead.
But in
Thank
these
you.
days,
I'm
in
just
many
saying.
instances, a lot of those athletic departments, they're not actually they're not pulling on the university in many instances, but the rest of those athletic teams are catching that as well.
Yes.
It's like the program.
Non-revenue.
It's like the program. Hey, when's the last time 80,000 people came to watch a science experiment? You know.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of coaches that aren't in
doctors.
the SEC, or some of them actually are, saying that college football is out of control.
Well, I was gonna say you're talking
I think
about
it's Lane Kiffin, wasn't it?
Yeah, what NIL deals.
It doesn't matter. It's all crazy.
What's crazy to think, as our fellow social studies, guys here, is the fact that Congress has to get involved to actually, at the federal level, to make, not the NCAA,
Unreal.
Congress has to get involved to try and level the playing field, which is never going to happen.
Well,
you're not going to happen.
You're never going to. At this point, it's not going to be super conferences. It's going to be some conferences pulling away from the NCAA and being their own
conference,
top 60 division type of thing.
So really, what probably needs to happen now, and this is
travel ball with a college name on their jersey.
You take you gotta take this whole amateur athlete thing and just toss it. That's over with. Those days are gone.
Semi-pro.
And this is the only thing I'm going to say that probably should be adapted from maybe the European style. You just got to do everything either club style with it, or you make the college system into a minor league system for developing players, because they're already getting paid, guys. It's a done deal.
It's going to.
I know, but it can officially be paid legally now. Might as well do that and just make the NCAA into that entity.
I would love to see the model set up like what you talked about, the European model, where you have those. The St. Louis Cardinals have their minor league teams, but then they have the St. Louis Cardinals youth division, and they play other major leagues teams from all their different age groups, and where it's not a pay for play. Right. It's the Cardinals put some.
I mean, the school can still sponsor those things,
but they can do that. But you can do that in football with the NFL. You can do that.
It doesn't work because so many of the colleges, they're, especially in the SEC, they're not there for professional levels. Alabama, there's no professional team in Alabama. I mean, Mississippi is all.
That's what I'm saying.
But
it's an institution for them. College football is the
they run their team.
They could be if there was promotion relegation. Alabama would be an NFL team.
But
the Browns put Alabama in.
Guys,
the
I'm telling you, the schools run, the institution runs those teams.
I go back to
that's what it is.
I say
it's development.
Get rid of the 3-year rule. I think that potentially alleviates some of this NIL stuff. Because
I know that would.
Because then it's, hey, if you want to go right on into the draft for the NFL and they want to draft you, great. Otherwise, after a year, you're ready to go.
No, I got
the baseball model.
I got the fix. This will say either you're going to do it or not. You do away with the 3 years, or you put any. You want to go out of high school, whatever, do it. Go ahead and let them draft. If you want to go play, go play. We own your rights. Let them play with the rights being drafted.
Kind of like what hockey does,
if
type of thing.
If they decide that they want to take you, they have to let you play your entire season. So they have to let you play, like instead of skipping the bowl games, which I think is stupid. Mm-hmm. Okay, but you got to let them play. Otherwise, you're going to pay us a large chunk of money. Yep. They're yours when they're ready to go. If you in the off season, after the season's over, if you say, "All right, we want to take him now," then you got to take him. You have his rights. You have the rights. You want to draft those kids out of college? Let them go. See ya. As soon as you say you're eligible, boom. That way, they're being paid by the pro teams, and they're being developed by the college teams. So that's all out of their hands now. But the draft rights, it's goes like Larry Bird. Larry Bird played his senior year. Mm-hmm. His draft rights are owned by the Celtics. He already drafted him. He played. Mm-hmm. They don't let you do that anymore because he might get hurt. No. Go ahead and let them do it. True. Let them play. We own their draft rights. That's what they do.
He can't go anywhere else because he's
right.
Ours. Unless if the Lakers want him, they got to pay us for the rights.
Or they got to trade. You got to trade me something for him. Yeah. So we got to trade the rights. So you could be playing and you could have a dynamite season. But we're watching this and it's like, you know what? We're going to trade for that guy. So here, whenever we're ready to go and take him, we can take him.
Yeah, and it's kind of like how hockey is when you can draft somebody and they can stay in the juniors. They can go back
college.
To the KHL or go back to college.
They can go back to college. Why not do that?
It's not a 1-year thing, I believe, in hockey. It's a perpetual thing. Once you draft them,
Yes,
you have their rights until they sign.
3 years.
Is it 3 years?
It's 3 years.
Okay.
So why not do that? And let's play it like this: if you take them early instead of 3 years, like you want to talk about the rule, then there's a payout. There's a payout for that. It's like a penalty.
You can buy your way out of it.
You can buy that year with them. Why not do that? It takes away the NIL stuff. I'm just telling you right now. Because we have to pay them,
and then everybody's even across the board.
Everybody's
and you don't have
even.
to worry about. Now you're still going to have. Hey, I want you to go to Mizzou. Let me give you this under the table.
It's still happening anyway, guys.
You're going back to that. With the recruiting, you're still going to have boosters, but at least for the NIL part, it would be consistent.
But I think you'd have an ask. Somebody would draft NFL wise. Let's say somebody would draft someone and say he's like, well, I was going to go to Mizzou. Well, no, you're not. We want you to go play here because it's closer to our system.
I think if they would do that, then I think you turn the transfer rule around. I think you get one, and that's it. That's it. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you can say you want everybody to go play at Alabama or Georgia. Well, they only have so many spots.
Did you see that receiver is going to be on his 8th year of college?
Yeah.
No.
That's insane.
He's got four medical red shirts.
That's too much.
8th year of college.
He'd better have like 3 master's degrees.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
There's no way. That's stupid.
He's Van Wilder.
Plus, Van Wilder only went to school or
Tommy
7
Boy.
years.
He's Tommy Boy. Yeah.
A lot of guys go
for 8 years.
He probably does he have his doctorate? Yeah. Or is he in med school?
He ought to.
There's something wrong.
I just think that
he's on his 3rd school too. I think is what 8 years. 3
I also
schools.
think that you could do this throughout all sports, not just with football. I think it's basketball. I think you'd fix a lot of that. Do they go to the G League crap or they go play overseas crap? No. Just go ahead and say, listen, you want to go to college, you want to get your education, that's great. And
do you pay them
2 years?
Do you pay them
2 years
if I say I'm going to draft you, but if you want to go to college,
you would only get like a percentage of what your deal would be.
See, the thing though, you would have to go more than
Yeah.
two rounds in the NBA.
Now that's another issue. The NBA is totally effed up right now, and I mean that with all due respect.
Is that because your boy is he retiring? Is he not retiring?
Well, let's get in a second. That's another. Not my boy.
At that point, you could stay at 2 rounds because you're really only drafting the rights to sign someone.
I think you still open it up 7 rounds.
We're all lucky he's not retired.
No, it's not. Just stop. Just stop. Don't get into it yet.
That's half your NBA roster. You're drafting half an NBA roster at 7 rounds.
But I think.
But you're not all gonna. They're not all going to play at the same time.
They're also not going to sign. There's no guarantee that they'll all sign and play.
The only ones that are guaranteed are first rounders. They get first round. The guaranteed.
No, if you did that, what you'd probably see one of those things where it's like, hey, first and second rounders are on 3 years. 3rd and 4th would be 2 year, rights for 2 years.
I think it'd eliminate the whole. You talk about trying to eliminate tanking and things like that. I mean, you get 1 year, and you're drafting guys that they're like, man, there's a lot of upside here. Go ahead and draft that guy.
I know the.
True. You're going to get him.
I know the.
You are.
My favorite way to try to prevent tanking is to swap the draft order. If the number 1 draft pick goes to the one that just missed the playoffs, and you go backwards until you get to the playoffs, and then the playoff
I like
teams are at
that.
the end.
I like that.
So you put the worst team just before the playoff teams draft.
I like that.
So that way,
then they never get better.
Draft better.
Then play better.
You can't because
Coach
you don't
them
have
better.
the players. You don't because you don't have the players to get better.
Oh,
the whole point
No,
is
the Cardinals?
Are we talking about the
Cardinals
in
right
a
now?
free agent system, you have the ability to do that. To go
overpay 'em.
get better players.
Yes. Overpay them.
Spend the money.
Hey, do you want to go and play in Charlotte?
This isn't
Here.
college.
There you go. Wait, no, they do that.
Spend the money.
They spend the money in college too, don't they?
Yeah, get better boosters.
Oh,
Yes.
that's true.
Get better.
All right, well,
Hey, the Cardinals still have
Spoken
this.
like a true private school guy.
The Cardinals still have the second best attendance in the MLB.
Why are we bringing up the Cardinals again? We already
Because
know that.
he said talk about having better boosters. The Cardinals have really good boosters. It's the fans.
And by my plan, they would have, if they finished just outside the playoffs, they would have a high draft pick. You would force teams to win more and not finish dead ass last.
On purpose.
he said ass.
I don't care. He says all kinds of crap.
We're
All right,
10
wait.
Why
games
are you
out.
always pointing to me? I've not cursed one time tonight. No, I have not.
Yet.
That's not even a real number.
Not on air. You haven't cursed on air.
On air.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin, since you don't want to bring us in, you can send us to a commercial break.
So that's the end of segment 2. We'll be right back.
Oh, God, I thought Blair was lame.
I'm a tailgater tailgating to get to my tailgate. Now, it might not get me there any faster, but hey, it gets me ready for football. Let's tailgate.
I can't go anywhere.
But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Hey guys, it's Jeff from Case and Bucks, personally inviting you and your family to come check us out. We've taken over ownership back in September. We've made some great positive changes, got the same legacy wings, got some amazing pizzas, some awesome burgers, hamburgers provided by Kenrick's. We'd love to have you down. Come check us out. The beer's cold, the air conditioning's working, and we're looking forward to seeing y'all. Take care.
For 24 years, really enjoyed being a basketball coach. When I retired from coaching, I decided that I wanted to get back into the media world. I look at it from more of a coach's point of view. I love to showcase guests. I love to tell their stories, not just locally and regionally, but nationally as well. Joe Namath, Kurt Warner, Patrick Ewing, Katie Smith. Not just talk about their accolades, but what they have given back to the game, what they've given back as leaders in their community. And I want people to be able to listen to my show and to be able to take that into their life. They're going to be able to live their life like a champion. That's a show right there that I feel like is worth listening to.
All right, well, welcome back to our final segment. You are watching the Coach's Box live here at Herculaneum La Pachanga. Fellas, I know it's your hero. You know, it's the old the wind beneath your wings, the Bette Midler song.
Yeah.
You know, LeBron James is not going to retire. You all can sleep at night now, knowing that he's coming back.
I hate the NBA.
Me too. I can't stand it.
I feel about the NBA the way Zach feels about hockey.
Jason's a Lakers fan.
He is.
That's about all he is.
He's on his
a
phone
Lakers
right
fan.
now.
And it was such a big damn deal.
He's
that,
in the bag.
Such a big damn deal that LeBron is going back to the number 23.
Yeah.
Oh, I just love how he said, "Lucky for all of you, I'm not retiring."
But is he?
Guess
is he not
what,
the most
dude?
awkward
Nobody
dude?
really cares that much.
Not
He
about
does.
you. Not about you.
Did you really think that he was going to follow through with it and
No.
retire? No. It's hey, to talk about like making one of those stupid moves like the decision. It was that whole speech he gave.
Oh,
the
it was
ESPYs.
awful.
That was all about.
It's about brand.
That was all about talking about him because he
That's what
wasn't
it is.
in the finals.
And
He didn't get a chance to win.
The number of things
So
all
let's
about
talk
just
about me again.
money.
It's just selling jerseys, man. You got to switch your number every few years. Sell more jerseys.
Make some money.
Back to 23.
So
I mean,
dumb.
hey, if you can't fill his shoes, you at least wear his jersey number. Because he's never going to be Jordan. He never is, never was, not even close.
How do you really feel about him?
I would totally agree with everything you just said.
Have you ever seen his lazy rear end when he turns the ball over? Or when that Boston game, which it was a terrible call. It was a terrible call. But the way he acted... Oh, my God.
It acted like there was a family tragedy. It just happened.
I know, he acted
just got
like
the
somebody
news.
died in a plane or something.
Too soon.
I didn't say helicopter.
Or submarine.
And credits.
Hey, anybody know of any quarterbacks in Pittsburgh?
I didn't say nothing about a quarterback in the truck either.
Nothing good happens after midnight.
That's why I'm always home at 11:59.
Otherwise, your wife would kill you.
I bet that was a lie.
There's some late night door dashing. I'm sure that would happen.
I have not door dashed in almost 3 months. I said I'm working too much, and then all I did was eat instead. Look at my fat. Hey,
You
it's
got to
all-
enjoy the summer at some point.
Hey, I did walk from Probst Auto all the way to my house today.
There you go.
Dropped Dad's truck off to get work done, and then walked home.
That was it.
That's not a bad trip right there.
It was only a mile, 1.7. So my wife's like, I
Yeah,
can't.
but it's uphill,
You're
though.
gonna walk.
It's
That's why I
Was
take-
it- was it
when
in
you-
snow?
In the snow.
That was right
I was
before
about to say.
when you messaged me to come down here. I was like, so I had to shower because I just gonna walk. And I was like, oh my God, why did I do that?
It was a very poor decision.
Exactly.
It was a good decision. I need to. I'm
Bold
fat.
move, Cotton. Let's see
bold
how it
move.
pans out.
You know, the whole LeBron thing is just sickening. But I will say, how about those two Mizzou players, one for the Clippers and one for the Lakers? Hodge, he's going to make the Laker team.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
not very hard to make the Lakers team.
Pass.
they
to LeBron.
beat Golden. Didn't they beat Golden State? I mean, didn't they? I mean,
I don't know. I don't watch the
yeah. So anyway, you can think what you want over there.
Not
I'm going
basketball
to.
anymore.
But and then
basketball
Brown,
Yeah.
he has been. Kobe Brown's been phenomenal.
Yeah, I like him.
I
Hey,
like it.
who else has been good? Wemby? Oh wait, no. We don't get to see him. Oh wait, Miller? No, we don't get to. What's the point of
Summer
having
league is
a
dumb.
summer
It's dumb.
league
No.
when
No,
the guys
hold on.
aren't playing?
What's the point of televising the summer league if the top guys aren't going to play? Just play the summer league in some gym somewhere. People
They
want
used to
pay
down in
get
Orlando?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
called the bubble.
Yeah.
But
no. I'm talking about summer league. It was
But-
like in a
they had
hotel room.
They had like the Orlando Summer League and the
Yeah.
Vegas Summer League.
Hotel room.
But you don't need to televise it if none of these,
No.
none of
you
the
Why-
ticket.
Would agree.
All
Sure
right.
you do.
There, I shared it to all my groups.
Oh, okay, there you go.
It's just a little
By the
late.
third segment,
Just
yeah, that's
the
it.
third segment later.
As
You
long
can
as
go back
we
and
get
read.
a view, bro.
That's all that matters, right?
The million. The millions
Give
of
me a
views.
view.
The thousands of views.
Watch it
that
for
you
10
get.
seconds and turn it off.
Yeah.
They
I
do
don't
that.
care. That's not how
But
everybody does.
subscribe. But
But
subscribe.
on YouTube.
Thousands of viewers.
Hey, look! Oh my
Thousands.
God! Look who's on there. Tyler O'Neill.
He's on the coach's box?
No, he's on the screen. He's batting.
Oh, no, they're showing Jordan Walker hitting a home run, ain't they?
No,
Must
Jordan
be
Walker's
delayed.
on
Oh,
deck.
sorry.
Oh, did he hit it? No.
You're a little behind.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just looking up there. I'm not paying attention. I'm running the show over
Hey,
here.
O'Neill got a walk, baby. Got on
Okay.
base.
Are you
All right,
putting?
so-
Are you
Pulled
putting
an
up
oblique
anything?
doing that.
All right,
Right.
so here we can kind of we talked about LeBron. Here's my debatable topic. What is your opinion on Mike Trout in his career? Where does he rank in your opinion? Because it's 13 years. It's 13 years that he's been playing.
Been that long?
Yeah. Started at 18, 19.
Been nice.
Been that long?
18, 19?
About
18, when he was 18.
No,
19.
I mean, oh.
When he was 18 years old.
18,
Yeah.
19. Like,
You're
clarify that.
way
Yeah.
off.
That's a
clarify.
tough judge. He's been a good player on a bad team for so long. It's hard to tell.
Is he the generational player? That's my point. When you say Mike Trout, what is your opinion of him as? Is he the face of Major League, or was he?
I want to jump in on that.
Because I got some stats I want to ask about.
So I want to jump in on that because I think Mike Trout is one of those guys who he's a Hall of Famer. There's no doubt about it. I don't think he's a first ballot guy just because of the injuries, but I think he's for sure. He's either first or second. I mean, there's all there is to it. He's put up the numbers. He's had the career.
Has he, though?
Yes, because he also listen. Okay, what?
Oh, that's gonna be part of my talk.
Okay,
here.
but so we're gonna say that he was injury derailed when he's out there playing.
Disagreement with you.
I know.
Well, it's part of the debate.
But the thing is when he's there, he's one of the best. He's one of the best to ever play the game when he's healthy. So what you're gonna blame? Okay, then Gale Sayers is not in the Hall of Fame. Terrell Davis is not in the Hall of Fame. Guys who've been injured are not in the Hall of Fame.
No, I'm not saying injured.
So Tyler O'Neill's not.
When he's on the field, when he's on the field, he's one of the best that there is.
That wears the uniform.
What?
That wears
He's a
the
Gold
uniform.
Glover. I mean,
What was Mike Trout the face of Major League Baseball?
No, because he played on one of the worst teams.
No,
Otani, he was the face for a minute.
That's what I'm asking.
Otani is way more visible as a player from
international, though.
Now.
I know.
Well, recently, yes, but when Trout was first made the league and then started hitting like he did, he was the face of.
If this is a no-doubter question if Trout's on the Yankees. But the fact that he's on the Angels really
because he's not winning.
Because he's not winning and he's not West Coast.
So is it a Dan Marino?
West Coast.
Is it a Dan
it's
Marino
not even a Dan Marino.
No, it's a
because the Dolphins were must-see TV.
Okay.
I mean, when they made the Super Bowl in the 80s,
Mark Super and some of those other guys, yes,
that was must-see TV.
He's a hard guy. Because I bet his overall stats aren't as great as you think they are.
That's what I was bringing up.
His WAR is insanely high.
I said overall stats. I'm not talking about just WAR.
Yeah.
Or
okay,
that's his value?
Who do you think is better, him or Arenado? If you're going to go back through, who's had the better career, him or Arenado?
No, wait, no. That's two different questions you just asked. You said, who do you think is better, and then who had the better career? Because I think there's two different answers. And I'll say that.
I think...
Go ahead.
Arenado's in year 11,
okay,
and Trout's in year 13. I guess my question is, do you compare Arenado? Do you put Arenado on the pedestal that Mike Trout is going to be?
I a little biased. I do in a sense because we see him.
Mm-hmm.
But Arenado. I mean, Trout compared to Trout could do some things Arenado can't.
Yeah,
he can run the bases a lot better than Arenado.
Did he win the Gold Glove?
More efficient.
I don't know. That's something I don't know.
Arenado has way more Gold Gloves.
Now, defensive. Now, here's the thing too. Both of them have played for really crappy teams. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, he played for the Rockies.
Mm-hmm.
He was a standout with the Rockies. We could always argue the ballpark thing. The better career will probably go to Arenado when it's all said and done. The better player, I think, is Mike Trout.
Well, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be winning because if you could, Detroit has had some bad teams, but there's some average players that look really good.
Here's a better question then.
Boston is who I'm thinking of in my head.
The better question is if you had to draft one player at their prime, at their very best, who are you taking, Mike Trout or Nolan Arenado?
Mike Trout.
Then that's your answer.
All day long.
And the reason I asked is getting bored the other day, and they had Mike Trout and Otani.
You could have done a commercial for the show.
Are they going to trade Otani? Blah, 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 blah. Looked up stats. Arenado has more RBIs in 2 less years. It was kind of like, hurt. Mike Trout's not Mount Rushmore, but of this generation, he doesn't have 400 home runs.
Trout's been a good part of his career hitting at the top of the order, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, because there ain't anybody else to hit.
Yeah. Just get your best hitter as many at bats as possible.
Hit with 2 outs there, Mike.
Pujols behind him all the time.
Yeah.
Well, he also had, I think he's had at least 2 seasons where he hit 40 home runs and didn't drive in 100. And that right there,
40 and 80 was 1 year.
A 40 and 80. If that doesn't scream, everybody around me sucks, and I am carrying the lunch pail. No wonder he's hurt all the time. You got a bad back? Yeah.
Wonder why.
There you go. You carry the whole franchise. You should have traded him.
He's a great player.
I would have re-signed somewhere
else.
I was just curious if
just
you put him
for him
on the
been with the Angels.
on the upper echelon. If
he chose to re-sign with him,
or is it the fact that
he did?
Yeah, it's on him.
I was just curious. I saw that
for long term.
It's like a 10-year deal.
10-year, 400 plus million.
Took the Pujols deal. The difference was I think the better career is going to go to Nolan Arenado because he was healthy. Yeah, and I think it 100% comes down to being healthy. Arenado also got traded to a better team. He got traded to a better team. If you take Mike Trout and put him with the Yankees, you put him with the Dodgers, you put him with somebody who's decent.
You put him with the Cardinals.
Hell, you put him with the Diamondbacks right now. He's a better player. The Angels are
terrible.
Ohtani and Trout right now, and that is it.
They're terrible.
That is it.
I don't know any of their other position players.
Well, I don't know. For a long time, they still had Justin Upton on the
forever
for the roster.
Yeah,
they signed him for an eternity.
Simmons at short for a while.
Was it C.J. Wilson? He pitched for a while, the lefty.
Didn't the guy almost throw a no-hitter or something? I don't know.
The other guy.
Some rando. No. Yeah, I mean, that's it.
I can't name any of
their payrolls.
You've seen the memes on it says,
yes.
Mike Trout goes 3 for 3 and drives in 6 and Ohtani comes 2 outs for a short of a no-hitter, and the Angels lose 7-4.
Yes, and that's literally that's no joke. Meme at all. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It's not a joke.
Okay, so segue into Ohtani. What do you do if you're Los Angeles? What do you do if you're Ohtani?
If you're Los Angeles, you trade him and get you you get your 20 prospects or whatever it's going to be.
Wait, are you trying to win or are you trying to?
You get a ton because they're not going to win right now.
They're not going to win. They're not. Their farm system sucks.
What's going to make their owner the most amount of money?
That's what they're
right
doing
now.
Right now.
Not signing Ohtani.
Not paying him $500 million or whatever.
I would pay him $500 million right now.
Somebody is going to want it.
Every team in baseball,
other than
every AAA team, would like to have him too.
Yankees.
I think
but who's going to afford him?
I think even Tampa Bay would be like, "Hey, I'll take a flyer."
Well, they said he would be such a great fit right now. If you put him on Tampa Bay with the team they have,
you put him on any team.
You put him on any team.
Yeah, but Tampa Bay.
You got a Cy Young pitcher.
He could.
I'm just saying though, with what Tampa Bay has and how they've played,
yes.
And you put him on there,
would Tampa do it?
No.
Well, they were saying
for a year
they were saying they could.
It's a rental.
If they want to win it this year and they wanted to bring him on, they could.
Now you realize though,
they're not going to sign him.
I've heard the same thing about Cincinnati as well, taking a flyer on it.
The only thing is
because they need pitching bad.
If you sign him, if you trade for him, and you can't re-sign him because he's going to get literally Fort Knox. You're not getting a draft pick for him
unless
if he signs with someone else.
Unless you got to win the World Series with him in order to make it worthwhile.
Yes,
if you're not going to re-sign
the only way that it even works out.
Yeah,
I don't think Cincinnati's winning the World Series.
If you're Cincy, who's been bad for a long time, if you're Tampa, who's been bad for a long time,
Tampa hasn't been bad for what?
Tampa's been good.
Where have you been
for a handful of years? I'm talking historically.
Yeah, they're not
historically. They've been
there's
bad.
no history with Tampa. They're not that old anyway.
Yeah, so. From 1999 to 2006, 1998 to 2006, they sucked royally. Wade Boggs played there, nobody even knows. Fred McGriff played there, nobody even knows.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Greg Vaughn was their best player. Still nobody knew.
They were the Devil Rays.
They were the Devil Rays, and they got rid of the Devil, and then all of a sudden they
started winning.
Wow, there you go.
Who knew?
No,
got rid of the Devil.
Got rid of the Devil. That's what happens.
That sounds like you pious people.
Wow, Jason. Are you trying
lightning strikes.
Wow.
That should be everybody,
So,
Jason.
Yeah, Jason.
Well, God's on my side, maybe.
Well, no, you got to leave the devil in things.
Yeah.
So,
Devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for him.
I wonder why Georgia's winning. He got sold again.
so the thing is I whoever gets him, if you're not planning on re-signing him, it's the rental to try to win.
Yeah, you gotta
and then
win.
you got to go.
Where does he? Okay, where does he
Dodgers,
sign?
Yankees.
Yeah, and
Hey, he could always end up going back to the Los Angeles.
L.A.
Oh my gosh!
L.A. Dodgers.
Why would you? If you're
surprise
Ohtani?
team that might Seattle. They got money. They got.
I know one team where he's not going to go.
That would be an STL.
But San Francisco,
We got
because
money,
of
we just
the
don't wanna spend it.
fan base that they have there, San Francisco might take a flyer. Or
I think
they might
he-
do
Oh,
that.
that's not what I was
LA.
getting at. If
He-
you're going to San Francisco, I was going to think
no! What? Stop that!
things about him.
Stop that!
Milwaukee.
Listen, wait, Milwaukee did
Speaking
trade
of
a
the
long time
devil.
ago for CC Sabathia to make a run in the playoffs.
heard
Then they didn't re-sign him. The Yankees did.
I've heard the name. They brought them up today.
Why?
On ESPN.
No,
Brought up who?
the Brewers. They can bring up anybody in
Brewers?
baseball right
It's
now. It
probably
doesn't
more
even
likely
matter.
to end
Like
up
you
in
say,
Minnesota.
who has the minor league and who has all the
Listen, he has a better
prospects to
chance. Okay, we're talking about teams that are not
The
going to get him.
Reds
He has a
have
better
the
chance
minor
of going
league.
to the St. Louis Browns than he does the St. Louis Cardinals.
The Orioles, they have a shot.
Well,
The Orioles have a better shot than the Cardinals.
The
I said
Reds
the Browns.
have-
Nobody
the Reds
realized you're the
have-
one who called
the
that.
Arizona Cardinals have a better
Trade Kyler Murray, a player to be named later.
The Reds have a better farm system, I think, than most right now.
That's because they've been bad.
But they have a really good
They've
farm
been
system.
bad. And when they got a bunch of guys that they thought could play and try to actually win,
What, they
then they weren't going to win. So they traded all those guys off and got pieces,
Yeah.
got prospects. That's what we should
What?
be doing.
What?
Oh,
What a novel freaking idea that would be!
Yeah,
huh?
but we're beating the Cubs 7-2 right now.
So
Oh
we're
my
going to
gosh.
win right now.
we might.
We're going to
beat
go
Cardinals.
on like
dumb.
a.
Oh my
That's why Gorman can't play second base.
And well, they did get the force out. It was just it's fielder's choice.
Oh no, that just
that was Gorman, wasn't it?
Gorman dropped a can of corn.
Oh,
It happens.
You know what?
happens.
He's actually DH.
As long as he hits 30 dongs, it
Who
don't matter.
freaking cares? Hit the ball far. I don't care. Analytics aside, nobody even
Look
cares
at him!
about
Look
that.
at him! Look at him all John.
Greg-
Nope.
We're on a show
Greg-
right now, Jason.
Yeah.
We're live.
Greg Maddox. Greg Maddox had it right.
Yeah, we
Chicks
got
dig the
lights.
long ball.
yes,
We
they
got
do.
lights and cameras and everything right now. It's great.
Oh my!
I don't know. I don't know where Ohtani goes. I think when he re-signs, he could actually, if the Angels were smart, they could work out some kind of deal saying, "Listen, we're going to pay you everything in the world, but we got to trade you for the rest of the year." And they just bring him back.
That's like
That's exactly what I would try to do if I'm the Angels. I would try to work out an
Kind of a
under the
genius
table
deal.
deal.
Hey, you want your $500 million?
We've got it, but we've got to get some, we've got to get some prospects.
Isn't that like against?
No,
It's called collusion.
Yeah, collusion.
I don't think it is.
It's called.
Yes.
You know what? You act like
It's
that
not
doesn't
tampering.
happen. You act like that doesn't happen.
What is it? Kansas boosters run the Los Angeles Angels?
If they
Of
haven't been
Anaheim?
doing it well.
Aroldis Chapman was with the Yankees. They traded him to the Cubs. They got Gleyber Torres for him. And then he signs back with the Yankees after winning the World Series. Don't think that doesn't happen. Like they didn't work something out.
He's coming to St. Louis.
I think
Ass. He ain't coming to St. Louis.
that's why I think
Maybe.
that the Cardinals should trade Hicks. Hicks wants to play here. You work that little deal, Hicks. You throw 100 miles an hour. We like you, and we may give you a chance to start again.
The difference is the
No, we're
Angels
not.
will give him
Not a chance
the
in hell.
Angels will give him a bunch more money. The Cardinals wouldn't do that for anybody, so that deal doesn't work unless you have the money to do it and you're going to spend it.
Because
I
the
know.
wallet is empty.
That's right.
It's not
gonna-
empty.
It's not empty.
It
Well,
is
hey, we'll
empty.
just
Seems
rename
hard.
it. We'll
is
we'll
empty.
rename it the Ohtani Ballpark Village.
It's in the ballpark, yes.
And then
Village.
We could
It
offer
is.
him a deal after he's done with baseball.
Oh, the Bobby Bonilla
Just
deal.
defer-
No. I was talking about the Pujols.
The lifetime services agreement.
Listen,
good for Pools.
yeah, good for
Hey,
Pujols.
why
but
why
it doesn't
not?
work out.
I have another topic, but anyway, why not say, hey, we'll give you a part ownership, and then that way you get money
I think
that
that's
way.
probably against bylaws.
I think
I don't
that
think you're
is.
allowed to be a player owner.
You cannot do
For
that.
how many years?
Part ownership
No.
once you retire.
When you
Once
retire.
when
That's what I'm
well,
saying,
but
when
I
you
don't think
retire.
that you can put that in writing beforehand. I don't think that. I think that's part of some bylaw.
You can get them to write that in blood.
The Jackie Moon rule or something like that. But
Okay. So
Watch out.
You ever been punched in the jejunum?
just hit me in the jejunum. Okay. So here's my question. With technology, so this was
new topic.
New topic. And
I need to have a sound for new
we don't
topic
have
alert.
Can't have
With-
any of that in Zach's classroom.
No.
Yes, you can. Though.
You can.
Oh, that's right.
It's just got to be the flip phone variety.
Trying to send a text. It took me 17 minutes.
CCTT. RRS.
With technology.
Back around.
Okay, here's what I don't understand. You know how you talk about analytics, and they say hitters or pitchers can't go through the third time in the order, and we talk about how the average is down. We have technology that's so advanced. Why can't they create pre-game hitting, day before hitting, where there's a screen? And this used to be in some ballparks. You know, I remember Randy Johnson. You had the screen with the pitcher, and he's letting it loose. Excuse me. He's letting
that Pepsi's kicking him over there.
He's letting you get a chance to bat against Randy Johnson fastball. Why don't they do that in the within
the dugout?
clubhouse?
Go stay with it. Go with it.
Behind the dugout.
Behind the dugout.
Just make the dugouts bigger.
We're at behind the season. Why don't they do that?
Hey,
or VR, whatever the case.
They do that. They have that. They're called. The machine is actually called a hack attack. It throws all those different types of pitches.
It's like, hey, today you're going to face.
And you just put a projector behind
right,
it. Right.
Today you're facing so and so. And here's what our pregame is going to be. I mean, you got a 7 o'clock game. You got to show up at 10 a.m. anyway.
Yeah.
Those of you that are starting, this is what you're doing for 2 hours. You're going to see his arm slot. You're going to see his pitches. Why is that not a thing? Like
it is a thing. They do that.
Obviously
There's your
not
debatable
well.
pocket and flush down the toilet.
Obviously not well if we have 5 guys in all of Major League Baseball that are hitting better than 300.
Because there's a massive difference between hitting off a pitching machine and hitting off a real live pitcher.
Is it though?
I don't. 98's 98.
We haven't even talked. Okay, I'm not trying to get us off subject,
go
but
ahead.
I am.
Go ahead, do it.
We haven't talked about some of the moves that the Cardinals have made before this
non-moves?
trading. No, the DFA of Cabrera.
we didn't talk about that.
The adding of Tempura or whatever.
Tapera. I just made a joke about it being temporary.
Whatever his name is. And then we already DFA'd him. I mean, Cabrera's a lefty that throws in the 90s. I know he wasn't having the greatest year.
But he didn't want to be here.
Well, he didn't.
He didn't like his role.
Him and Marmol, I do not think.
I don't think they were buddies.
That's weird.
I don't know that many people
common
are.
Denominator? What's the there you go, Riley. What's the common denominator?
I know.
Don't think many are.
I agree. I mean, I'm
The
not.
clubhouse supports Marmol. Didn't you hear?
I bet O'Neill was not in that meeting.
Marmol said it. Marmol said it.
Yeah,
the players like me.
It's got to be true.
It's got to be true. Abraham Lincoln said it on the internet.
They really like
This guy said that too, and he's been how many different places?
Oh man!
Listen, the players.
Wow, below the belt.
Sorry,
bro.
Hey, listen, the
just
players.
wait.
I'm trying to get best of content.
The players.
best
best of right here.
How many hats do you
piss
wear?
out of you.
How many hats have you worn?
Hey, with Chris, really,
I
it's
wear a
not
lot
the
of hats
players
today.
that were the problem. It's the school board that tended to be the issue. So,
Shouldn't be the issue on a lot of it.
yeah.
I don't care to say that.
You just didn't wear the hat the right way.
I guess.
It's not. Hold
There it is.
on. It's not what you said.
It's how
It's
you
how
say.
you said it.
Listen,
Yeah.
when I tell you your
That's-
kid isn't any good, I don't know what to tell you.
The truth hurts.
No comment.
But the Cardinals DFAing Cabrera. I mean, they haven't outright released him yet. They still got 7 days after
they
they
have
did
7
it.
days to trade him
Trade
or
him,
for him
release
to
him.
accept
the
minor
AAA.
league assignment.
And he probably won't, which is fine.
I wouldn't either.
But he's as a lefty, he lost his spot to he's coming in now. JoJo Romero,
Romero's
pitching a lot better than him.
Yes.
Throw strikes, get guys out. It's a pretty simple game.
I can see the conversation.
Throw the ball.
You catch the ball. You hit the ball. Cabrera going into the office and with Mosaic and Marmol and being
Gersh is in there.
Yeah, Gersh
In the corner.
Gersh is taking notes on a little stenographer thing from a quarter off. But
No, he's not. He's updating his resume because he's gone.
If there's anybody who's fired, go ahead.
So
Yeah.
it's
Nobody's
like
getting fired.
Weekend at Bernie's. As long as the music plays, Gersh moves.
love
But
it.
you
That
go
was
in,
such a great movie, too. But go
Great
ahead.
movie.
Cabrera goes in and he goes, I'm not real happy with the role I'm pitching in. And Marmol goes, well, you haven't been very good. So
Well, he's not wrong.
Well,
He's
and
not wrong.
then Cabrera fires back. Well, either is half the pitching staff, bro.
Or wait, how about your moves?
Neither
And you're gone.
yeah,
And it's like, listen, there's things you can't say that.
things you can say to your boss and things
That's
you can't.
Moneyball. I'm not going to fire you.
Yeah.
Now I am.
I am.
But the truth
Oh,
hurts.
it's the line from Little Big League. Hey, what's the going rate for an absent-minded pitcher who can't get
And
anybody
Romero
out?
gets us out of a jam. Bases
Yes,
loaded jam.
one pitch, one out, bases loaded jam.
Well,
Dude,
I mean,
he has been lights out. And he's kind of a fiery guy. I kind of like it.
do we trade him?
No.
Well, wait, everybody. Hey, they're listening to everybody. That's what the bow tie said.
I hate him.
Gee, if it were up to Chris, we would just have the Memphis roster up here.
Fire Mo.
Why not? We're 10 games back. Might as well.
Evidently,
Tip
Mo
the,
has pictures of DeWallet naked doing something he's not supposed to.
Wow,
In Florida?
it's a hot take. I don't want to think about it, but it's a hot take.
Listen,
Well, why? I just
there's
don't know.
nothing.
Him and Robert
There's
Kraft.
nothing
How
hot
could, you,
about
how
those
could they
pictures.
be here?
Him and Robert Kraft together.
That's all I was going at.
And Urban Meyer.
and Deshaun Watson. Were they all three?
the new-
And Deshaun.
It's a
Sean's
club.
the new recruit in.
It's a club.
Seriously, how did no one get fired? No one.
Does DeWitt own an island somewhere in the Caribbean where people show up?
Well, I mean, he did fire
With an airport.
when he fired
That's too much.
I'm just wondering.
That was kind of funny.
when he fired Matheny. He said that wasn't good enough. That St. Louis
I know,
Cardinals
and
organization.
And Matheny had a much better record than.
Yes.
Oh, way better.
yeah,
He had a winning record.
Schilt had a winning record.
I think he was what 47 and 46, and he got fired.
Yes,
Yeah, and we're in the cellar right now.
and
But
13 games under 500.
but we can still win the
11
Central.
now, I think.
Well, because I don't know if we're buyers or sellers at the deadline.
I
don't
know. You guys
I love how Mo sounds like a Muppet when you guys talk.
He sounds like what's his name off South Park?
Mr. Garrison.
Mr. Garrison. That's it.
Hey, trades are bad. Okay.
You know, okay.
we would,
Pictures of
we would
Adam
ask
Clay.
our fans just to have some patience.
Okay.
Patience.
Yeah, followed up with okay.
Need to relax. Okay.
He's the worst. I can't. That interview that he did.
with the hat. That's Kurt.
Love it. Love it.
That's a commercial. Chris, get on it. Hey, you know Canva. Get on it.
No,
That was hilarious.
Hey, you want to do that?
Today in
No.
robotics class. We're not going to do Legos. We're going to
you're
do
gonna have to
Canva.
wait till January.
How do you do coding for this?
hilarious.
You don't. We just play with Legos. No, you don't.
Fine. This would be a lot more fun if you were doing this, but whatever. Gosh.
I can't believe nobody got fired.
Garrison.
I thought for sure at least Gersh would.
Wait, the season's not over yet.
There's zero reason to fire Gersh. He hasn't done anything wrong.
I know, but
Hey,
if
I want
right.
that job.
He's an
Talk
scapegoat.
about collecting the paycheck to not
So
too much.
it's like he's the dean of students.
Oh my! So does he have a full subscription to Disney? Right?
He's got Disney Plus ready to
Hey,
go.
you cannot watch Disney Plus anymore.
Don't tell me what I can and can't do.
Okay. Well, have you seen what they've been supporting?
Oh boy.
I just watch for one reason.
Bluey.
No.
Okay. Okay.
My wife texted me the other day a video.
We'll talk off the air about it.
You know, I'm not. But
talk off the air about it.
All she said was, "We're not watching Disney anymore." I'm like, oh, jeez.
Don't take away my happiness spot.
Don't take away my
Oh, you won't like it.
fun.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't
Taking
ruin
away Disney.
it. Yeah, I've been watching a lot more Netflix and Hulu. Yeah. Derailed our conversation now.
That's all right. That's all right. I think
was
we
a
were on
funny
about 10 minutes ago.
I think we're about ready to wrap it up.
It is. We're about done.
Any other impromptu, made-up, debatable topics there, Zach?
I will have to say, 5 people here today.
I know.
Wow.
Almost have a full house.
Well, the full house was not available.
Yeah. Well, it was.
We were
Well,
20
it
bucks
rained a
short of
lot.
a full house.
We have
Hey, it rained, and there might be a lot of water at the Merrimack.
Can't get across.
It's hard with all that flooding
He
going
can
on.
get over, he may not get back.
Speaking of flooding, what was on TV yesterday?
Floods?
The 30th anniversary of the 93
Three flood.
And they
That's
had
been 30
30
years?
30 years, 93.
Yeah, and they had-
and video
Oh,
down
yeah. It's
over
called
at
math.
Gordon's.
DQ.
But it was John's Butcher Shop that
Yeah.
they had, and they gave that
yeah.
story and all that.
Crazy.
30 years.
Wow.
30 years. So we stopped it.
Sandbagging, baby.
Sandbag. So we stopped it, right? And Ethan's coming down the steps and like, hey, look, there's town. Yeah. Cool. Like,
not a big deal.
yeah, it's 30 years ago. Big
They don't
deal.
care.
It was
They
like,
didn't care.
It was like the
30 years ago.
500-year flood.
How do you
Yeah.
expect a 15-year-old to care about 30 years ago? You don't even like it when the topic for
That's
trivia
true.
is that old.
That's hey.
Or when he has to teach it next week.
Don't say
2.5
that. 2.5 weeks. No, 3.5 until we get the kids.
Or 4.
Hey, but I remember going to Crystal, going to the football field. You know, obviously, anytime it flooded, the concession stand was always under. That time, the goalposts were under, and you could only go down maybe about 7 steps. It was that.
It was
flooded.
the most
Yeah.
flooded. People were going out there and jumping off the goalposts and stuff. I was like, ooh.
Who wants to swim in that?
Gross.
Yeah.
Yuck.
That was.
I just remember, because we had just moved here at that time, I can remember the lines of people at the Baptist church right there at Main Street, just thousands
I worked
upon
at
thousands of
I worked at
sandbags.
the McDonald's, bro, and we had the wall.
That was right there. That was right there.
We had that wall, and just right above across those sandbags was. I mean, if that wall would have ever broke, and I was standing because I worked at McDonald's, I stood behind that.
How
wall.
old were you?
I was going to say he was probably
in high
in
school.
college.
He's 34, 35.
I was not in college.
I mean, I was in second grade, but I just
I
wanted
was
to.
11.
we fished.
I was in 7th. So.
We fished right there at McDonald's, man.
That at the church, you could see the
Fish
wall.
sandwiches taste a little different.
I wouldn't have
Three eyes,
catfish sandwiches.
3 eyes, and all that. Yeah.
And people were wading around and like, ooh.
How'd you get there?
Gordon's, you know, the line.
My boat
Oh, never mind.
You had to then.
through Alaska to get to Alaska.
No. Through Canada.
You could
get to Alaska.
I could get to the McDonald's. I mean,
I don't know. I can't remember. I was in second grade. I just want to reiterate this. I was in second grade.
I don't care what grade you were in.
Okay, Grandpa.
Get elf. Jealous.
Either way.
Get jealous.
Get jealous.
Good jealous.
It's time now.
It's time.
It's time.
Yeah.
On that note,
After we got to one
Send
minute.
us out to South Park, boys.
We'll be back next week, okay?
An ultimate low here.
It's probably some copyright infringement. Now we can't even watch or have the show.
well, can't.
No.
There you go.
Hey, look at him. Look at an excuse not to be here.
Yeah, right? I want my summer off.
Hey, it has been fantastic. Fantastic.
Shut up.
Just having the summer off. First time in 18 years. No off-season stuff.
Oh, I don't know what that's like.
I mean, halfway does that.
Oh, jeez.
You would do the Cartman voice too?
I can't. I'm not doing it on the
Mr.
air.
Hanky in there somewhere?
Riley's like, I don't even know what this stuff is. No idea.
Don't need any comment. That's all.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in for another awesome episode of the Coach's Box. We'll be back again next week unless we decide not to have a show or, you know, something
Hey, we'll
crazy
just
happens.
rerun this one as a best of.
could.
But we've decided we're not doing commercials.
So you won't know unless, you know, we put commercials out there.
Hey,
which
don't
probably
worry,
is the most-
Chris. I'll do a
Yeah,
commercial.
me or
That's
Jason will
something
take
you
care
can
of
finally do.
it. Yeah. Well, you had the summer off. You could have been doing a whole bunch of commercials.
Well, he was talking about how bored he was with research.
Right?
Could have done
bored.
a commercial while research.
You could have had Chat GPT come up with something for you. All right. Anyway, you've been watching the Coach's Box. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you guys all
How to
next
Be a
week.
Dean of Students by ChatGPT.
Is that where you get your
lesson
plans?
No.
All right.
Unit 1, check. Social Studies Unit 1.
Have a good week. We'll see you guys all next week.
Allowed.
Bye-bye.